set an example for all those who call people to the way of Allah. He was the living example of Islam. His politeness and gentleness were really appearing in his way of da'wah. And this is the way that we should adopt, the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I will tell you just one example. It happened in the masjid of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When a man entered the masjid and he urinated in a corner of the masjid, and the Sahaba were about to punish this man. And then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to them, "La taqta'u alayhi bawlata." Let him finish what he's doing. And after he finished, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked him to come forward. And then he came, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to him, "This is the house of Allah. You cannot do such a thing in here." Then the man said, "Allahumma ghfir li wa li Muhammadan wa la taghfir li ahadin ghayrana." He was moved by the politeness of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in how he corrected him. And then the man said, "Oh Allah, forgive me and Muhammad alone, and do not forgive anybody else." Brothers and sisters, everyone has a role to play in conveying the message of Allah to people. The role of the Muslims Ummah. The Muslims Ummah, brother and sister, is expected to reach great heights, to be example of mankind, enjoying the good and forbidding the wrong. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, "Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas." You have been the best ummah, or the best nation ever presented to mankind. You enjoying what is right, forbidding what is wrong, and you believe in Allah. So the Muslim ummah must provide leadership in faith and project strong virtues. It should motivate people to do good until good prevails. And to do so, brothers and sisters, the Muslims ummah should set the best example in justice, equality, adopting system of consultation, and protection of people's right. It was narrated that when Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas conquered Hims, a city in northern Syria, he collected the zakah. And the zakah is taxes for military service, exemption of non-Muslims. He collected the zakat from his people who were Christians. Then he was ordered to leave and go to another city. Before he left, he returned the taxes back to the Christians, saying, "We collected this money in return for your protection, but now we are leaving and we cannot protect you anymore. So we are returning your money back to you." Amazed at this honesty and justice, brothers and sisters, when he said, no one has ever treated us like that. Neither the Roman nor the Persian. Many of them converted to Islam as a result. Many of them converted to Islam as a result. Brothers and sisters, the second role is the role of organizations. To effectively achieve da'wah, the ummah must develop means for doing the best possible job. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلْتَكُمْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةً. Let there arise from among you a community of people who invite others to all that is good, enjoining what is right, and forbidding what is wrong. Such are who attain the true success. Scholars have interpreted this verse to mean that the ummah must provide da'wah with all the organization and support its needs. This can actually be the best way to fulfill its obligations toward da'wah. This verse therefore directs Muslims to preparing enough places and qualified professional people to carry on all the tasks of da'wah, such as scholars, imams, reformers, social workers, universities, institutes, da'wah centers, and others. The responsibility should include delivering the da'wah, research and planning, and serve as a reference for workers in da'wah so that they turn to them for guidance and consultation. The other rule, brothers and sisters, is the rule of individual. And I have to note that every Muslim, man or woman, is obligated to call to Islam according to his or her capacity. Conducting da'wah, brother and sister, is essential for maintaining one's faith and keeping away from the disbelief. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, invite to your Lord and be not or do not be from the polytheists. Furthermore, brother and sister, da'wah is also the way of the true followers of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَادْعُ إِلَى سَبِيلِ رَبِّكَ وَلَا تَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also said in the Quran, قُلْ هَذِهِ سَبِيلِي أَدْعُو إِلَى اللَّهِ عَلَى بَصِيرَةٍ أَنَا وَمَنِ اتَّبَعَنِي. So if you want to be a true follower of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, then you have to invite people to Islam and adopt the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, who says in the Quran, this is my way. I do invite into Allah an evidence clear as the seeing with one's eyes. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala